Dr. Becky here at Chiropractic. Today's Wellness Wednesday is on ear infections. We're getting into the winter season of the colds and the upper respiratory infections and just kind of gunk getting into the house, either going to daycare or school or whatever you're doing. If you're a mother, it's likely that you've experienced an ear infection with a child. They say about 90% of children under the age of 3 will get an ear infection, at least one ear infection within that time period of 0 to 3. The reason why it's more prevalent in children than it is adults is their eustachian tube, which is the opening of the ear going in until the eardrum is straight, as opposed to ours curve a little bit down as you grow. So ours drain a lot easier as adults. Children's, the gunk kind of sits there and it's not draining, and then it becomes infected. So a couple things that you can do at home. I know if my children are kind of hurting, they don't love anything being put in their ear, but we just kind of rest them on us and put half apple cider vinegar and half water on a cotton ball, kind of soak it in the cotton ball and let it sit in there. And then I'll just kind of hold their head so that it sits, gets where it needs to. They're eventually going to come up and it's going to drain out, which is totally fine. It just needs to hit those areas that it's getting in. I know there's a ton of stuff online for natural remedies, some even as far as, kind of boiling some garlic and olive oil and stuff like that and putting it in there. I find the apple cider vinegar is the easiest when I have that child that's kind of crying and I'm holding them to kind of get all that other stuff done. The other thing is to see a chiropractor. I always adjust my children. There's very specific things that we do when the ear infection is going on. So this is where the head sits, and these bones right here sit right about where the ear is. So if there's, movement of the bone from side to side, putting pressure on that side, again, it's going to be really hard for that straight eustachian tube to drain. And so doing the very specific adjustment as well as some draining stuff going on is going to help. Another thing I want to say as far as putting anything in the ear, if you suspect a ruptured eardrum at all, do not put anything in that ear. It can go behind the eardrum. So when you come into our office, I'll typically check out the ear. I have this here where I can look in it, but I have noticed that children, if it hurts, don't want anything in there. So we kind of do a real quick check as far as that goes. And then I have this that I'm kind of checking temperature behind each, and a couple touch techniques that I can do to see if something is specifically going on. From there, I then advise that the mother does the apple cider vinegar in the ear, kind of a warm compress, things like that. So I've been asked in the past if it's the adjustment prevents the ear infection from ever happening, or do you wait until the ear pain is on and then get adjusted? A couple of things on that. First of all, if the kid is starting to get in that cold, or they're coughing a lot or things like that, I do recommend coming in and getting adjusted just to make sure we're draining before any ear things become a problem. The second is if they're starting to say my ear hurts, calling and getting in as soon as possible to get that draining, because we don't want to get past the point of it now becoming the ear rupture or a really bad infection. So doing it as soon as possible, even before the sign of the ear pain is going on. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know. Our number should be at the bottom of this. You can give our office a call. I'd be more than happy to see your kiddo over this cold and winter season we're having in North Dakota, and our website link should be on there as well. You can click that and schedule an appointment online as well. All right, have a great day.